Hello and welcome, everyone. We are back. Um, just want to apologize. Friday, I did not stream. I'm sorry. Things unfortunately happened work wise and just was not able to. But we are back today. We are in the Uberhood and we are finishing up with the Brokes. And I think we'll be playing through the Dreamers. I don't think we'll get to the Pleasants today, but I think we should be able to finish up both the Broke and Dreamer family. So, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll at least be able to finish up and start the Dreamer, finish the Brokes and start the Dreamers. That I'm pretty sure of. So, again, let me fix the clock again. I did remove that homework mod, like I said. But other than that, we're just back where we were. Now, Dustin will be, I know it doesn't look like he's going to age up, but we are going to forcibly age all of the Fab Four of Pleasant View. They're all going to be going to college this round, all at the same time, because I didn't want them to be going separate. I know Bobby should be aging up soon. And then I wanted to kind of focus a little more on their wants. So Brandy wants to become from with Darren, and I would like to do that. Dustin, well, some of their wants. Dustin wants to buy a car. That's not going to happen. He wants to get a skill point, and he wants to get into private school. So the skill point we can do. And then Bo wants to make some friends. He wants to talk about his hobby with someone, get an A+ on a report card, and become BFFs with Brandy. I may need to send Bo out to the park or something if he doesn't bring home any friends or any kids from school anytime soon. Because he right now only knows his mom, brother, and baby brother. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. Yeah, Bobby's birthday is only a day away, so tomorrow he will age up. We'll probably get him a little cake. I think, yeah, we're not going to do a big celebration. I think we're just going to get a cake and do age up that way. I think the babies can be aged up that way. If not, we'll just let him auto age up. Bo, why don't you, when you get up, you don't really have any needs that need to be taken care of, so let's just have you change into your every day and do whatever. Dustin kind of needs to use the restroom, and then he needs to eat something. And Brandy needs to take care of her needs, and then she's going to need to repair that bathtub. Oh, but you're going to have to wait till Dustin's done, so why don't you make bed, and why don't you eat something because you're hungry as well. And Bo, actually, I said you can do whatever you want, but you want to gain a skill point, so let's have you study mechanical. And Brandy, after you're done eating, then you'll go take care of your needs and repair that. And also, I'm going to try and, so someone suggested with the screenshots, just doing a print screen. I'm going to try and do that, see if that works. Because I'm going to see if that works for my game. Because like I said, I'm having trouble with screenshots for whatever reason. Well, I know the Sims 2 ones aren't really that great, but yeah. Speaking of screenshots, this is kind of sweet. Let's take a picture of these two having breakfast together. Let's try that again. Okay. I think that worked. Okay, but anyways, let's go back to letting them do what they're doing. Bobby's still good. Bo's still good. And Dustin, after you finish eating, I'm going to have you make the beds. So the Brokes right now, all they're doing is kind of getting ready for the day. Dustin, like I said, he's going to pretty soon be aging up and going off to, well, we're going to force him to age up to go to college at the end of this round with them. And Bobby's going to be aging up tonight into a toddler. Okay, Dustin, if you could change his diaper, play, cuddle, and then feed him. Not juggle. Feed bottle. Just take care of his needs. And Bo right now is just learning a mechanical skill because he wanted a skill point. Yeah, they're not going to need a fourth chair after all because Bobby's only going to be a toddler, so he, though, will be aging up into a child, I think, next round with them. This one, though, he's just going to be a toddler, which is good because we can start teaching him his toddler skills, but yeah. Hopefully we can get all the toddler skills learned. I think Bo got all of it. Well, let me double check. I don't know, actually. He might not have gotten all. Yeah, he got walking. He got talking. He didn't get potty training. That's right. We didn't get Bo potty trained, but we got we got the other two, so. Oh, boys, it's time for you guys to go to school. And Brandy, how's that coming with oh, she's not having a lot of luck over here with this. Well, you got to keep trying. You can't really, I mean, I guess she could afford to call a mechanic, but I really don't want her to spend the money on that. I want her to save her money. Oop. Oh, awesome. You got it. So just clean that up, mop up all these puddles. We'll just have you kind of clean things for right now, Brandy, because your needs are pretty good, but the house is kind of a mess. So let's just have you get this place looking nice. And then after that, we'll have you call Darren. I know you don't like cleaning up, but unfortunately, you're the only one home that can clean. Recycle that as well. And then you can call Darren. Become friends with him because she wants to become friends with him. She also wants to buy a florist bench. I'm going to lock it in. That's going to be a long time off probably to get, but she does have art, I believe, as her one true hobby, so that might be kind of a nice art thing for her to do. She does have an easel right now, but she can't afford. That was Buzz that's just stole it, I think. It was Tank or Buzz, one of the two. Either way, call Darren again. We're just gonna keep spamming calling him until we're friends. But yeah, a florist bench is probably going to be a little while because they don't have a whole lot of money and she needs to save her money for any emergencies that may come up. I don't think there'll be any, but you never know. They technically don't have a burglar. Actually, they don't have a smoke alarm either. I'm going to put the smoke alarm in just in case. Strange Town Sims do love to... I don't know. Maybe the newspaper is keeping a secret about the aliens. Either that or it's just this, because it's Olive and Buzz, but Tybalt sometimes also likes to steal them. He's done that a few times as well. Tybalt, though, I think is just, being a rebellious teenage boy. Or just rebellious teenager in period. Brandy, what do you need? You can have a little fun. Why don't you do some artwork? Have some fun doing that. And maybe make some money from it. Plus you want to gain a skill point, so you might be able to get that. All right, Dustin, you have work. You don't have any of the skills to get a promotion yet, though. Olive's stealing the newspapers to keep her murders a secret. Maybe. Or maybe she's just stealing them because she's bored. I don't know. Right now she's by herself because Ophelia's after college, so maybe she's just bored and needs something to do. Dustin does have an A- in school, so this is good. So this means so far, as long as he can keep that, he will be going off to college. I don't think, though, he's going to end up getting promoted in this job at all because he has not had any wants to get any kind of skill points. Well, I think he did have a skill point want earlier, but it's gone now. Either way, Dustin can just watch TV and have some fun before his carpool comes. I think he was watching the children's channel. Whatever. Dustin, if you want to watch cartoons, that's fine. And hopefully by going to work, you'll get this earn some money aspiration. Brandy got an art point. Awesome. Oh, let's have you answer the phone. Where is she going? Oh, she's going to go cheer for Dustin, but he's gone. Brandy, is Dustin? No, he's at work. Sorry. All right, why don't you take care of your needs? Yeah, maybe he has some, he watches the children's stuff because, he has younger siblings and still kind of likes that stuff. Then again, you can still watch cartoons when you're older. That's fine. And then, Brandy, why don't we have you come out here and trim these bushes because they need to be taken care of. And Bo's gonna need some fun when he gets in here. And he has an A- as well. Good job. She's taking a shower, honey. You're gonna have to wait. Why don't you, because I know it gets their fun up quickly, let's have you go play video games for a little bit. And then We can take care of your other things. Tatiana, yes, she just walked by with her beautiful, beautiful wings and that pretty mod. I do love that mod. I think Brandy, after she's done eating and trimming the bushes, she doesn't really have anything else that she wants. So I'm going to kind of maybe just let her decide what she wants to do. I'm going to have Bo go take a shower, and he wants to do his homework, so he can do his homework. No, not take a shower, go to the bathroom. I don't know why he's still wearing his outerwear. We'll have you change into your everyday as well, Bo. It's not that cold. Actually, he does need to kind of take a shower. Well, why don't you take a bubble bath, actually? That'll be fun. And then Brandy, I think I hear the baby. Yeah. Let's go take care of the baby. See what he needs. Cuddle him, play with him, and that's what he needs, is that his diaper is dirty. Change his diaper and feed him. Actually, I don't know if you can, let me just, we'll do that, and then we will bring Bobby to the cake and blow out the candles. We're not going to do a big birthday party for this, but we'll get him a cake and celebrate him aging into a toddler. Dustin's brought Mayo Thayer home. Sure. Ugh, Dustin, you need to have some fun. Why don't you go... Oh, go to the birthday party. And actually, let's see here. Can I want to get a picture of this as well. There. All right. Maybe we can also try. I'm gonna get a second angle once Bo gets over here. I want them all to be... Maybe not. There we go. Now you're all doing... I mean, Meadow came over here just to come after work with... come over after work with Dustin, and she ended up at a birthday party. That's the girl in the pink skirt. That's Meadow Thayer. She's one of the townie teens. She just came home with Dustin. Yay, little Bobby. And he wants to learn to walk and talk. He is also very tired. And he is a Libra. I don't remember what Libras are, but we'll figure it out later. But for right now, Bobby, he's not really that hungry and stuff. So I'm going to have Brandy put him in the crib because he's tired. And we're going to lock in the want to talk. Oh, Dustin. Okay. Why don't you then, if you're really tired, say goodbye to your friend. Bo, just grab a plate of cake before bed. Oh, she's got a relationship with one of the True Coat. No, Dustin, say goodbye. And then Bo, go grab a plate. Dustin, actually, I'm going to have you grab a plate as well. Get some of your needs up before you go to bed. Because you were like, oh. And Brandy, before you do that, because the environment is for you is really low, clean up the diaper. And then you can go back to bed. Actually, no, you can't. Not clean. Unclog. Unclog the toilet, and then you can go back to bed. Sorry, Brandy. And Bo, honey, one more time I'm going to wake you up so you can sleep in your own bed. And Dustin, after you eat, why don't you... I want to get your fun up before you go to bed, so... I know you're really tired, but maybe we can just... and that one broke. Okay, Dustin, just go to bed in your bed. Brandy, repair this as well. I'm sorry. She's just having some struggles right now. Okay, well, tomorrow morning we will take care of the TV. You know, here's the thing. I think she might actually need to just hire a repair person, and Bobby's up. Okay, Bobby, let Bobby out. I wish you could put the cake away as leftovers too. I don't know why it doesn't let you. I think it's because maybe it's from the build and buy object, so it doesn't, I don't know. But you're going to give Bobby a bottle and then go to sleep. Bobby, you are going to have the bottle and then you're going to have to play with toys because you are the only one that's rested right now. And your mom needs at least a little bit of sleep. So go play with that. I maybe should have gotten him a different toy. Maybe not different. I'm going to get him a second toy so he has a little more of a variety. I know Bo only had the little musical thing, but they can afford to give him a little bit more. A little more toys. All right. I'm going to save, and then I'm going to kind of speed through until everyone else gets up. Which actually... Yeah, when Dustin moves out, Bobby's going to get Dustin's... well, he's going to get the spot. I'm going to let Dustin take his actual bed. So when he gets out of college, he'll have at least a bed in case he moves into an apartment or the flop house or whatever it may be. So that he'll at least have one item of his own that he takes. I will buy a new bed for Bobby. But everything else basically stays. Which, speaking of which, I think Dustin we're going to be sending off today. Or in the morning. It depends on... I don't know. Let me see. Dustin, though, does need to get up and take care of himself. He needs to do something fun. Let's have him play. And then Bo can get up, change into everyday, and then Bo, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to do some cleanup stuff today. He wants to gain another skill point. Let's have you get a cooking skill point. Cooking's always a good one for Sims to have so that they don't Light the house on fire. Oh, Bobby, what do you need? Oh, he needs to go to the toilet. Dustin, can you potty train Bobby real quick? I know, Dustin is like, his fun is so low, and I'm like, can you potty train your brother? Yeah, he is very neat. That's why I usually have him do a lot of the cleaning, unfortunately. And Bobby now needs... Dustin, we'll have you put Bobby in the crib, let him sleep. And then, Bo, I actually need you to move so Dustin can use the computer chair. You're going to need to read elsewhere. Bobby's traits right now are, he's a Libra, so he is very sloppy. He's very outgoing. He's mostly active, mostly playful, and he's nice. So he's a pretty well balanced. I'd say the only thing that isn't very balanced is he's a little more on the sloppy side. Everything else is pretty neat. Pretty, not neat, but pretty even. And Bo, why don't we just have you have a snack? You also want to have some fun. So we'll have you dance. And Brandy, when she gets up, ooh, she's got to take care of herself. Take care of herself. Okay. She wants to buy a high chair. I don't see the point of buying a... Does he have a clean template, Bobby's personality? Yeah, no, it's not. It shouldn't be a clone of Brandy's. I'm trying to remember what hers is. Yeah, no. It's very different from Brandy's. They're both very sloppy. In fact, I think Dustin, yeah, the only one in here that's really that neat is Bo. And Bo isn't even really high neat. He's just neater than everyone else in the house. Dustin, you want cereal? Let's get you some cereal. And Bo can have fun. And actually, does Dustin have any He only has one mechanical. I was going to say maybe Dustin can repair the TV, but he's only got one mechanical. So I am going to have Brandy call for a repairman for the TV just because I don't want anyone to get electrocuted. The plumbing stuff is one thing, but just don't want to. Yeah, I've had with the clean template, I've had a baby girl, Brandy have a baby girl. It just so happened that this time she did not. Just like in this Uberhood, instead of Pascal having a little baby boy named Tycho, he ended up with a little girl, so I named her Estella. Or Astra, sorry. So that is one thing that's unfortunate about the clean templates is that sometimes you're like, oh, I don't get to have this specific sim, but I'm fine with it. All right, Dustin, after you eat, I'd kind of like you to do your homework. Or actually, what you can also do is use some acne cream because it looks like you are having a bit of a breakout, sir. And then Brandy, once you call the repair person, you can teach Bobby to talk. And Bo's just rocking out over here. He does want to make a friend, so I think today I am at one point going to send him out to the park and see if he can meet anyone there. Repairman. Yes. Randy, actually give Bobby a bath and then teach him to talk. And Dustin... Yeah, sure, you can empty that. And actually, because you know what? It's 9 o'clock, so Bo, let's have you... Wait. Can he not walk to... Why can't he walk to lot? Does he have to call a taxi to go somewhere? Or can he just not go because he's a kid? Well, actually, then, fine. Dustin, you will take him to the park. Yeah. Dustin's going to take his brother to the park, and we're going to go to Woodland Park. And hopefully we can meet some other kids there. I don't really have a kids hangout area at this time. Well, actually, I kind of do. Okay, they canceled out. Why did you cancel out doing that? Okay, Dustin, let's try this again. And actually, I'm going to have you instead walk to the... I do have it in here, right? Yes, interactive. Because I figured that that's kind of the arcade, the kids' arcade that the kids and teens hang out at. Because I feel like that's kind of an area for the youth and kids and stuff. Because the park, I guess, would work, but the park doesn't actually have, like, kids' swing sets and stuff. I think there might actually be more of a kids' park in one of the other neighborhoods. I can't remember, though. But... And this is a default replacement. This is a remake that someone, I believe it was Pleasant Sims, made of the arcade. So I'm going to have them go in and, oh, Bo, there's Brittany Parker. Go greet Brittany Parker so you can know another kid your age. Because right now, he doesn't, I mean, the only people that he knows right now are his brothers and mom. So go greet Brittany Parker. Maybe you can make friends with her. And Dustin, you can go... well, first I'm going to have you go do that, and then you can play some video games. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, was doing the Sim Blender. Actually, do I have in here, have I already put down? No, I didn't put down any Sim Blenders before. Well, I'll just spawn one. But where did you go? Let's have you spawn... Why is it not letting me spawn? Visitor controller, spawn, and then why is it not letting me click on it? Why is my left... Okay. Just a second. Maybe it's my mouse that's having an issue. Oh, no, because I was hitting the... Okay, so we're going to ban adults, ban elders, ban young adults, and then we'll allow children and teens. I think the one over here, yeah, the one over here is just a regular tree. But, Bo, did you meet her? Oh, you did, but you've got negative. Well, let's just try doing friendly socialization. Maybe then she'll like you. I want you to make little friends. Oh, okay, see? There we go. Oh, and Hall Cap is here as well. We could maybe go over and also greet him. And Dustin, I'm going to just kind of leave to his own devices right now. Dustin can do whatever he wants. I'm just kind of focused on Bo right now because he needs some friends. Poor boy. Oh, Mercutio is here. Actually, I'm not going to leave Dustin to his own devices. Real quick. We're going to have you greet Mercutio. Because Mercutio might be going this round to college too. I don't remember. It might be, I think him and Tybalt might. But I'm not 100% on that. I know the Fab Four and Tank are. All right, Bo. And why don't you chat with Hall and tell a joke? Oh, that's not going well. The Cap children are sometimes difficult. Hall might be a little snooty child. I don't mean that in like a mean way, but also like Bo would definitely be a poor kid, and Hall is definitely a... I'm trying to get the right angle here for a picture. He's definitely a rich kid. All right. Well, maybe we'll see if that doesn't work out. Him and Brittany were getting along, kind of. I say, let me double check that. I mean, they were. Oh, now they're getting along. Okay. And what's over here? How are you doing, Dustin? You met Mercutio. Okay, good. There's also a witch here. I don't know why she's still here, because looks like she's an elder. But whatever. Bo, why don't you... Well, Brittany's leaving. Why don't you talk some more with Hal? Tell him another joke. Let's just macro socialize friendly. He is also... Yeah, he is the only boy in a matrilineal family. Yeah, his generation... Well... I mean, I guess he's got some boy cousins, but yeah, he is the only one. And his mom is not having any more kids. At least not on purpose. If she has an oopsie baby, yes, but like, other than that, I don't think she's having any more kids. Oh, you stupid charlatan. We're just gonna... Oops. And he should... Nah, he's gonna disappear after he robs her. Well, at least he's gone. And Dustin seems to be making friends with Mercutio over here. Good. And some more friends outside of Pleasant View. I kind of want all the, all the teens and kids and stuff to kind of know each other. Just because, yeah. Especially like with the kids, because a lot of like Veronaville has a lot of kids, but like Strangetown has 2, and Pleasant View has 2/3, because Bo's kind of like in a weird in between. But yeah. Oh, Brittany's back. Why don't you talk with her a little too? Because you've been talking with Bo. With Hall. We'll have you socialize with her as well. Veronaville has 5-star town. Yeah, Pleasant View has to do Blue Water Village. Oh yeah, Blue Water Village has Tessa Ramirez. I always forget about her. That sounds bad, but yeah. Oh, and here's little Alex. Bo, you can actually... Why don't you meet Alex too? Go greet Alex. Alex is technically like a little bit older because he'll be aging up into a teen next round, whereas Bo's gonna be a kid for a while. But might as well get to know him. I mean, kind of close-ish in age. What are you doing? No, we're not gonna go play catch. We're going to go say hi to Alex. Greet Alex. Get to know people. And again, I'm kind of just leaving Dustin to his own devices. I do think... Oh, there's Angela. I do think, though... Yeah, Alex, I definitely feel like he's been taught to be friends with kind of everyone. Alex is just kind of like a sweet kid that's friends with everyone. He doesn't have a problem with Bo being poor. It might be a little awkward because, like, he's almost a teenager and Bo is just barely a child in the age-wise, but they're both kids at this point, so it's fine. And Dustin, you are just doing whatever. Ooh, but actually, it's about 4 o'clock, so I am going to have them head home because they've been here for a few hours. So, time for you boys to go home. Maybe Bo will look up to Alex's... I mean, that could be a good role model, yeah. I definitely... Because Bo is usually a knowledge... Oh, and there's Desdemona. Bo is a knowledge sim, and, like, I always feel Alex is a secondary knowledge because he is... I get primary fortune. I mean, kind of get that with the goth thing, but I do feel like he is secondary knowledge, so maybe Bo looks up to that aspect, the knowledge aspect. And also because, Alex, some of the stuff he does, and, Alex can be cool sometimes. Sometimes he's a little nerdy too. I mean, definitely a little nerdy. Alex, I think, is definitely a nerd at times, but I think he can be cool when he wants to. But for now, we're going to focus on Brandy. The boys will be back in 6 hours. They spend a long time at the arcade. But they got to meet lots of people, which is good because, well, at least Bo did. I don't know about Dustin. I wasn't actually paying attention much to Dustin. That sounds bad, but, like, I really wanted Bo to get some more friends because he didn't have any. And he has the want to make a friend, so... For now, though, Brandy's just going to teach Bobby how to talk. Because I think Bobby's needs... Because, his aspiration is low, but his needs are decent, so... Let's just have her work on this. And then... Probably when they get home, just because Bo has been the one doing it, I'm going to have him do the cleaning again. Because I don't think that Brandy's going to have the energy after doing all this. And then he wants to also be played with and snuggled. So after you finish teaching, you're going to play, tickle, and then snuggle. And yeah, again, we're not going to buy the high chair just because I don't see the point of buying the high chair when Bobby's going to be aging up real soon because they have so little money. And then, yeah, for toddlers, the only ones at the beginning are Bo and Ariel, Cap. I know that there are other toddlers, but they are not in worlds that I added. Because I know there's one in Desiderata Valley and in Belladonna Cove. But I just added the main 3 and Blue Water because I didn't want to get overwhelmed. Because we had quite a few already. I maybe in the future would be willing to add in other neighborhoods if people really wanted. But... I don't know. That would be a lot. Okay. And you know what, Brandy? Because he wants to be potty trained and because he needs to go potty, and we've got a little time. Let's potty train him. I just realized Dustin has work, but you know what? Dustin's going to college. He doesn't need to go to work today. Cuz tonight he's going to be going off. Him taking Bo to the arcade was kind of him, you know, spending a little time with his brother before he left for college. I want to see it that way. Dustin wanted to spend some time with Bo before he left for college because he'll be leaving tomorrow morning. So, yeah. All right. And he needs to eat and then take a nap. So, Brandy, you'll give him that bottle. And then you need to take care of your own needs. So, why don't you use the toilet while he is drinking his bottle, and then you can put him in the crib, and then you can take care of the rest of your needs, because her needs are all kind of low right now, too. But she taught him to talk, so we just got to teach him to walk and potty train him. And you're going to have to take a shower in the gross tub. I'm sorry, Brandy, but... yeah, that's just gonna be how it's gonna be right now, because and then I'm gonna have her work on the painting some more to get some fun up, but also because, you know, she can sell this for money every little bit. Gordon, I'm not going to really push for Dustin to keep a relationship with you. Oh, well. Oh, Bo, you're actually kind of... I'm going to let Bo take a little nap. And Dustin, you're going to do some cleaning, actually. Sorry. I know you don't like cleaning, but you know what? You're going to have to. And then might as well just have him do this last homework before he moves out. Plus, he missed his job. Yeah, whatever. And that cleaning point, Dustin, will probably be good for you because usually you're going to need at least one cleaning point for whatever, no matter what, degree you go into. Brandy, why don't you answer that phone? Because that's kind of one of the skills that I think every single one of the degrees requires is at least one cleaning skill point. No, we're not going to get the magazine. We are, though, however, going to go get something to eat. And then Dustin, after you finish that, you also are going to get something to eat. And Bo, I'm going to wake you back up and have you take care of your needs. Oh, Bobby wants out. Brandy will let you out in just a second, Bobby. You must be patient, child. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just let your mom finish eating, honey. See, one disadvantage of Dustin going off to college is that there's one less person in the house to help out. But the good news is that Bobby's going to be aging up, in 3 days. So, yeah. We do want to work a little more, though, on Brandy and Darren's relationship because I do love those two together. And, yeah, Bo's going to go eat something. And Dustin, this is your last night at the house because tomorrow morning you're going to go off to college early in the morning. And Brandy, since you guys kind of have the energy, let's just start on teaching Bobby to walk. Try and get that as much as we can. Consort, I see you and I see what you're looking at, and I just... The amount of Sims stealing newspapers at this point. Bobby, yeah, Bobby learned to talk. He's just got to learn to walk and potty train. So, yeah, he just got the learned to talk from Brandy, made best friends, and then it saw first snow. So, that's the good news, is that he knows how to talk at least, and hopefully we can get walk and potty train in. Because I know Bo didn't get potty training. I think he was really close, but just missed. And after you're done eating, Bo, actually, you're going to go back to bed. Dustin's going to take care of his needs and then go to bed as well. I don't know. I think I'm trying to figure out if I have a mod in that's making them steal the newspapers more, or if it's just because they have, less nice points. I'm not sure why so many of them are stealing. Like, usually what happens for me is, like, if they're enemies, they steal each other's papers. But I don't know. They seem to be stealing papers a lot more now. All right, and then let's just get a cute little picture here. Just real quick. All right. We could actually potty train him a little too. Brandy, how are your needs? Ooh, Brandy's gonna need some. Let's potty train him, and then I'll let you go to bed. Yeah, because Bobby's needs are actually, well, he needs some fun too, but his needs are decent, but everyone else is like exhausted. So I'm gonna have her potty train and then go to bed, and Bobby can play with his little toy. I always try and get the toddlers on a routine with their parents, but I find a lot of times in this household, it is just really hard to do. Because for whatever reason, Bobby, he right now does not have the best sleep cycle, but we'll get him straight in his sleep cycle straightened out eventually. Okay, he's getting kind of tired. So Brandy, I'm going to have you get up actually and put him in his crib, and then you'll go back to sleep. And we're also going to save. She wants to have another baby. We're going to have to wait on that. Yeah, 2 days to Bobby's birthday. Dustin's going to become an adult soon, but actually he's going to be... Oh my gosh, did I just do that? When was the last time I saved? I think it was the night before. Oh. I think I accidentally hit the exit button instead of the... Okay, let's see. Did we lose? No, okay. I saved and exited instead of just saving. Okay, so we're good. I accidentally hit exit instead of just save. So we're good. But what I was saying was, when Dustin gets up in the morning, he is going to leave for college. This is his final night, So he's going to be moving off to college. But, this is good. He's going to be moving off to college. He's going to get into college. We're very happy because he has an A minus. So unfortunately, he's not going to get to go to Academy Latour because you have to have an A plus for that. And he's just a little below because financially his family could not afford Academy Latour, but yeah. So he is going to go to Sim State. And yeah, so far he's the only one at Sim State. I'm sure one of the other Sims will end up joining him at Sim State. I don't know who. I have decided Lilith, if she goes to college, will be going to La Fiesta Tech because, like I said, I want her to become friends with Johnny and Ophelia, but also because I feel like Lilith, storyline-wise, would go to the school as far away from her parents as she possibly could. But Dustin, he's going to go to Sim State just because, like I said, he won't get into Academy Latour, and I feel like, he'd be, Sim State's a good school, so he'd just be like, and it's, I feel like, closest to Pleasant View, so. Okay, Brandy, let Bobby out, and then take care of your needs. And then, Dustin, when you get up, we're going to have you eat something. Bobby, why don't you go play with your toys, Bobby? We're not going to have you wake up your brother. And Bo, when he gets up, why don't you clean up these plates? Make bed, and you will change into every day. And Dustin, actually, we're not going to have you, Bo, make this bed. Dustin's going to take his bed with him. I'm going to just, when Bobby ages up, I'm actually, for now, I think, well, no, I'm going to keep Bobby's crib in there, just because I don't want him waking up Bo. Well, brother, yeah, he would have. I said Dustin because there was a little icon of Dustin, so I'm like, don't wake up Dustin. But yeah, I'm going to keep his crib in here so that he doesn't wake up Bo in the middle of the night because Bo can't get him out of the crib and stuff. So he's going to stay with Brandy. When he ages up into a child, I'm just going to put another bed here for him. And he'll sleep in here with Bo. But Dustin, I'm going to have you actually, you're going to call the college and apply for scholarships and then call and go to college. So let's see if you, yeah, he got $1,000. That was it, but still that's good. And then he's off. Yes, we do want to do this. He's off to college. I wonder if I can get a good picture of him going. He got $1,000 because he had an A minus in school. So he got the SimCity Scholars. Because if they have an A or higher, or an A minus or higher, I believe, is how you get that one. But he got decent enough. He got good grades. He actually turned his grades around and got good grades. So he was able to get that small scholarship, which, with the way my college works, that will help him when he moves out of college. Because my Sims don't pay for college, but their grades and financial status kind of depends on what schools they can and can't get into. So, but we are done with the broke household today. We are going to save and exit from them, and we will move on to the Dreamer family. The Dreamer family also, yeah. Ophelia, yes, she qualified for the Sim Scholars, the Orphans Scholarship, both of those. And then I think Johnny, I'm trying to remember if Johnny qualified for any scholarships. I don't know. I'd have to look in my spreadsheet later. But Dustin did get a scholarship. He does get to go to college. I am very happy because he's always the one that I'm a little worried about. Lilith usually scrapes by with a C, but Dustin doesn't always. But we are moving on to the Dreamers. Gonna have Darren work on his painting, but also on his relationship with Brandy, because again, I want to get them close. And then Dirk is probably just gonna work on school, and if he has a job, and getting ready for college. And apparently making out with Lilith, which makes sense. Okay, so right now Dirk is a school crossing guard. He's got all the stuff for a promotion, and he's got an A- in school. So as long as he keeps his grades up, again, Dirk probably will end up at Academy Latour just with how much of an overachiever he can be. The person visiting is they're the hobbies person for the art hobby, like the art hobby teacher or whatever. They're I think Darren just got he just got the art studio membership, so he can go to the art studio. All right. He wants to master creativity. He wants to become best friends with Brandy. He wants to see a ghost, gain a skill point, go swimming, play with Brandy. And Dirk wants to earn money, go to private school, which isn't going to happen, Dirk. You guys don't have private school money. Darren's hobby is arts and crafts, I believe. I believe that I changed it to that. Yeah, it's arts and crafts. So he got the membership to the secret lot for that, and he's actually doing pretty well on the arts and crafts. Yeah, you want to earn money and you want to make out with Lilith. Well, the earning money and making out with Lilith are probably things we can do. The private school, your family does not have private school money, Dirk. I'm sorry, but yeah. All right, Darren, what I'm going to have you do real quick is I'm going to have you put the leftovers away so you can save them. And then you are going to go do some more painting. And Dirk, you're just kind of going to do whatever for right now. Your needs are good. Well, you know what? He doesn't have to make his bed. I don't feel like his dad would make him, and if he doesn't want to, it's whatever. Although he's kind of a neat person. But he's a teenager right now, and teenagers, even if they're neat people, don't always clean things, so we'll just let him have fun for right now. And then after school, like I said, he's got everything, so he should probably get a promotion today at work. He has mastered creativity. Now, his lifetime want is to master all 7 skills, so he will need to do the rest, but he has mastered creativity. So he should be making some really good paintings and other art stuff, which could be really good for them because right now their funds are very low. But yeah, he did roll the want to do some other jobs, but we're gonna ignore that. Actually, if I remember correctly, I got a mod for the self-employment. So let's actually go in here and we're going to, yes, self-employed. I am going to change his to self-employed so that he doesn't get these wants all the time. Take job, yes, take job, and then you will go back to painting. He also wants to meet someone new, play with someone, and he wants to chat online. Buzz just stole the newspaper. Okay, well, whatever. And Dirk is off to school, so we're just with Darren right now, which I know can be kind of boring, but I'm going to let him paint a little, and then because he wants to not invite, but become friends with Brandy, I'm going to have him call Brandy. But first, we're going to have him paint a little because, again, they need to get their funds up a little because eventually bills will come for the house and I want them to have some money. I've put him in the artist career path. I've put him in the just self-employed artist. I just do it this way right now because then he kind of has the freedom to, paint and do crafts whenever, which sometimes can be a little more financially lucrative for him. Also because in his storyline, it's supposed to be like he's a freelance painter. Of course, the artist career they hadn't added yet, I think is why, but yeah, and that's what I meant about those. I mean, their bills aren't that bad. They're only 160, but yeah. Okay, well, I'll have you stop painting for now and you can call Brandy. I have you two chat. He still has this crush on Cassandra and she's married and she just had babies, twins with Dawn. That probably hurts. Because he's in love with her. He not just has a crush, he's in love with her. Darren, I'm so sorry. But you have chemistry with Brandy, and Brandy is a really good option. Brandy isn't married. But he also has 2 bolts with Nina, but we're not gonna do that. Nina's already making weird choices in her life. She wants to become friends with Cassandra, so that's a thing. And let's have you get leftovers as well. And Dirk is doing extremely well in school, and he has work in an hour. I mean, I like the idea of Cassandra and Darren together, but the thing is that right now Cassie is married to Dawn, and technically she hasn't caught him cheating yet. So and I feel bad for Darren having to just sit around. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Right now though, him and Brandy are becoming friends, and I think that's good because they both need friends. They don't, right now, the only other friend that Darren has is Cassandra. And Brandy, I think, has Dina and Nina as her only other friends. So, yeah. So, Dirk, we're just going to let you do whatever until it's time for you to go to, not school, work. And Darren, we'll just get some of your needs up and then you'll probably go back to painting. He needs to get his comfort up. Let's have you... I think this one's really comfortable, so we'll have him take a little nap on the recliner. to get his comfort up and maybe a little bit of energy, and then go back to painting. Oh, I definitely think that Dina and Nina have good sides to them. I feel like Brandy needs more than just Dina and Nina as friends. I really would like Brandy to get some like mom friends because although yes, Dina is now a mom, I'd like her to have like mom friends. Oh, Dirk has been promoted. Yay. And I'm going to have him put some of that money into a savings account. So deposit $200 in there. And I'm actually going to lock into this college one. I know he wants to make out with Lilith, but I'm going to go with the college one. And he also wants to gain a body, let me guess. Yeah, he needs a body point, so he wants to gain a body point. We'll let him gain a body point. I definitely see Dina and Nina helping Brandy out. I don't know if necessarily they're always, I see them both as they could be good moms, but I feel like they're both, very inexperienced with kids. At least at the beginning of the game. I know Dina usually ends up having kids like she did this time, and it usually ends up being really good friends with Alex and, kind of gets good at being a mom. Nina, I think, is good with kids in the fact that she understands them, and is good at helping with their attention spans. But I don't feel like Nina's someone that necessarily, at least at the beginning of the game, wants kids. She's kind of more of a young and free, and later on maybe wants kids, but at the beginning is like, nope, not for me. Darren, come here and pay the bills. And there's Daniel, thinking about making out with someone. Or kissing someone. Pay all the bills and then paint some more. And Dirk, once you get this skill point, you can do your homework. I mean, we could have Darren help him with his homework. But Darren's going to go paint. We'll just have him do his homework on his own. How close are you to this body skill point? Oh, there we are. Okay. Well, he technically wants help with his home. Your dad's in the middle of something. I'm sorry. And then we'll have you go to bed. Yeah, there are a few other moms. And that's the thing, is that I kind of want Brandy to become friends with some of the moms in Blue Water. I definitely would love her to be friends with Jenny, just because I feel like Jenny is someone that everyone could be friends with. And she's definitely like, I feel like she gives good advice to other moms because she's already raised one kid to adulthood, well, young adulthood, with Johnny. And obviously Johnny has turned out pretty well adjusted. But, so I feel like she's got good advice. And then Wanda actually could be a pretty good, although Wanda definitely, I think she's a good mom, but I definitely think that she's more of a, free spirit mom. That's just kind of from her bio, still kind of, has that inner kid in her as well. All right, so when Dirk gets up, he will take care of his needs. Actually, I need to save so I don't forget, because I try and save when people are asleep. All right, you can take care of your needs and then have your breakfast, or actually leftovers. Oh yeah. Denny in the children's ward, I definitely see her working with like pediatrics in that area. I feel like she's the one that's like, she's really good with kids. She like is really good at calming them down and kind of stuff. Um, she probably also knows all the, home remedies as well to help kids and how to, get them to take the medicine that tastes gross, how to mask this awful taste of whatever medication the kid has to take. Oh, he wants to paint a masterpiece. We will lock that in because I feel like he will eventually make a masterpiece. He also needs to eat as well because Darren is very hungry for some reason. I did have him eat yesterday when he came down. Did he not? Maybe not. I don't know. Because he's like really hungry. Maybe he just didn't eat something very filling. I don't know. All right. And Dirk, I'm going to have you help out a little, and you are going to water the flowers and stuff and rake up some of these leaves. Just kind of help with some of the outside chores. Just because you are doing well on needs, and I feel like Dirk would definitely be the kid that helps his dad out quite a bit. And Darren, once you are done, you are also going to come out here and do some stuff as well, because you guys have multiple trees in your yard. All over the place. Okay, those are all good. The bushes are all good. Buck loves visiting the Smiths because Jenny makes cool foods and comes up with fun games. Yeah. Because, yeah, Jill being his friend, but yeah, I think also because for him, Jenny's like fun to be around because like he doesn't really have a mom. So Jenny kind of is that, maybe female role model mom figure for him, which is sweet. All right, Dirk, why don't you finish taking care of all of these? Or not. Actually, you're going to go to school. Darren's going to have to take care of this stuff. So Darren, if you would just take care of this. Hunter Cameron is running by. We're just going to speed through Darren taking care of the house. The boring stuff. And then why don't you dispose... Oh, not playing. Dispose. Just get all this stuff cleaned up. And then we'll send you inside to eat again, because Darren is hungry again. Maybe we'll have you serve... what kind of dog do I have, or does because the Dreamers don't have a dog. Oh, Dirk got $150 Player of the Year award. Well, we'll have him put that in his bank account when he gets home. As for what kind of dog I have, he is a mix. He is a mix of multiple things. And we will have you deposit $100 because we can only do in things of 100. So I'll just have you deposit 100. And do you have work today? He does. And I think he's got everything. He'll probably get a promotion today as well. So Dirk, you can kind of do whatever you want until it's time to go. Darren, let's have you... He's kind of spent the whole day. I'm gonna, you know what? Just because he spent kind of the whole day, I am going to delete some of these trees so that they don't have as much to upkeep. This isn't Regs to Riches. We're just playing Pleasant View. We're on the Dreamer family right now. I'm not inviting Brandy over right now, no. Darren his needs are way too low right now. All right. All right. Darren, why don't you grab another plate? Because you're still hungry for some reason. Oh, Dirk doesn't have work till 6. So actually, let's have you then take care of some of your needs. I thought he had work at 4. And we'll have him call Lilith. And talk to her. And Darren, let's have you finish taking care of your needs. And I will have you go up here and paint a little. You haven't played The Sims 2 in 15. It's still a lot of fun. It's a little more work to get some of the stuff beautified, but it's actually easy to do once you get it all set up. There's a lot of mods and custom content for Pleasant View for Sims 2. Dirk, you need to stop talking to your girlfriend. You gotta go to work, honey. If you want that promotion, you need to go now. All right, Darren. Darren up here with his classical music painting. He's got very low energy and he's still hungry somehow. Okay. Are you just not eating, Darren? Is that the issue? Okay, you're going to put these away and you're going to eat this. And we're going to see if that gets him filled up. Because what on earth, sir? Okay, he is getting full. I don't know if he just was not eating when I told him to or what. But he needs some social, and then I'm going to actually have to send him to bed, so he's not going to finish painting tonight. But I'm going to have him call Brandy again and then go to bed. And Dirk, when he gets home, I'm going to have him do his homework. Yeah. Darlene was probably a really good mom to Dirk when she was around. I do have her in the at the Pleasant View Cemetery instead of the house, just because I get annoyed with the ghosts haunting everyone sometimes. I mean, I don't really love them haunting because just like I don't like the fact that the Sims like get freaked out and they get woken up at night and wet their pants and stuff. But also like I don't feel like the Dreamers would have a grave in their backyard. Like the Goths I get. I even can understand like the Caps and Monties. And definitely Olive. But her grave and Michael Batchelor's urn have both been moved to the Pleasant View church/cemetery. I like the cemetery, and then the church I usually use if I want to do like a big wedding for a Sim. And I don't want to, like, if they don't have the space to do it in their backyard or if they're in an apartment, That way they can still have a like bigger wedding. Darren. All right. He is like, ooh, super tired. Let's be done on the phone, sir. And then Dirk should be home pretty soon. Did he get that promotion? He did. Security guard 3. He is now the top of the law enforcement career for teens. Woo! And yeah, he rolled the want to ask for homework help instead of just doing homework, but Darren's asleep. But yeah, so he has an A+. He's the top of his career. So he, as long as he keeps up the grades, is still going to Academy Latour. You make a cemetery called Pleasantly Resting Cemetery for Pleasant View. I like that. I do like them, though, having cemeteries, just so that, again, the ghosts can't haunt. Plus, I just feel like it makes more sense. Then you also don't have to worry about all of the graves, like, piling up. Because if you play for a few generations, they can sometimes pile up. All right, let's save since they're all asleep. And again, anyone that's played Sims 3 knows you save often. So let them sleep, and then when they get up, we'll just have them take care of their needs and stuff. And Darren's probably going to spend most of tomorrow just painting again. I know it's kind of boring, but like they need the money. So we'll get you up and you can paint. And Dirk, you can get up, take care of your needs. And he wants to have some fun. He also wants to get a skill point. We could have him watch the cooking channel to get a skill point, and that'll get his fun up at the same time. Multitasking there. Also, it would be good for him to have cooking point because he doesn't have any yet. And again, I always try and get my Sims to have some cooking points so that they don't end up catching things on fire. Because we have had that we have had that happen. Or I have had that happen. I don't think this has actually happened in this save yet, that anything's caught on fire. I know somehow Antonio Monti, who has amazing cooking points, burnt some mac and cheese, but nothing has like caught on fire in any of my Sims houses while cooking. So let's just be hopeful. All right, Darren, I'm going to let you take a quick break to eat some leftovers, and then you're going to go right back to painting because you really do need to get some money here. And Dirk, I'm just going to let you continue to watch TV. The school bus should be here like in 30 minutes. So you can go to school with mostly full needs. His only thing that isn't is his social, but his social will probably go up at school because he's going to be around his friends and stuff. Yeah, Darlene died in a fire. According to her ghost, it was a fire. So they do have a smoke alarm, which is good. I think that they're one of the few households that, well, no, because the Pleasants and Goths also do. The Brokes didn't, but I put one in there. I don't remember if the Caliente condo came with a smoke alarm, but I know I put one in there when I renovated. And I don't think Dawn's comes with a smoke alarm. It probably should, though. All right. So, Darren, he's just up here painting away. Hopefully a masterpiece. And he's got the classical music going. Very ambiance here with him. What is he? I'm trying to see what he's painting. I don't know what he's painting. It looks like there are pigs and apples. Oh. Well, it's interesting. I'm just going to real quick. All right. Darren, I am going to speed through you painting. There are more bills already. Ugh. Okay, you really got to work on this, sir, because... If this isn't a masterpiece, I'm just going to sell it the regular way, because I don't want him to get the sell lousy painting, because, I don't know. I don't know if that's a masterpiece. I'm just going to sell it this way anyway, just in case. So, Darren, you're going to paint some more. I know, this is very boring. I am going to have him do some more stuff, like, on the weekend. But right now, I just want him to get kind of a little more money up. And Dirk, what time do you go to work today? You go to work at 9 p.m. All right, so we'll have you play some video games and get your fun up, and then just take care of some of your needs so that you go to work in a good mood. Even though he doesn't need to get a promotion, we'll still have him go in a good mood. Oh, the phone's ringing. Darren, you can answer that. Is Dirk available? Malcolm is calling for Dirk. You know what? Sure. Dirk, you can go answer the phone. I don't know why Malcolm is calling for Dirk, but sure. Maybe Malcolm is, you know, doing a mentorship thing for him. I don't know. Ooh, Darren, let's have you eat and then lounge on the sofa to get some comfort up. Yeah, maybe Malcolm has heard about Dirk's success and is helping him get into Academy Latour. Because, yeah, Dirk is, unless something drastic happens with his grades, Dirk is guaranteed to go to Academy Latour because he's maxed out and he's got an A+, so he's met more than the requirements. Maybe Malcolm's... maybe the scholarship for Academy Latour is through Malcolm, the land grabs, and their family fund or something. I could see that. All right. Dirk, if you'll clean those up, and then we'll just have you do your homework before you go to work. Are we still friends? Malcolm, you guys just started talking. I do want him actually to call Lilith, though, before he goes to work. Actually, wait. He goes to work at 9 p.m. Okay. Go talk to your girlfriend. And you... go take care of yourself. And then go back to painting. There's Joe Carr. Not stealing our newspaper, just reading it. Dirk, put the phone back. He just leaves it in the middle of the floor. Eh. You're kind of hungry. Let's have you have a snack. Well, actually, we'll have, yeah, leftovers. Maybe I should have had him take a nap before work, just because his work is really late, so we'll have him take a nap out here. Just so that way he's not tired at work, because he works until 1 a.m. and I don't want him to be tired at work or at school, so we'll have him take a nap before he goes. And Darren's just up here painting away. Darren's kind of boring right now. I know the dreamers right now aren't aren't as entertaining, but a little less chaos than the Brokes, I guess. You also need to pay bills. Darren has now got the ability to instruct others in the arts and crafts hobby, which makes sense. Let's have you go pay bills, and then I'll have you eat, Darren, and go to bed. And Dirk is off to work. Have a good time at work, Dirk. And when he gets home, he'll probably go right to bed. Because he is going to be tired. I'll probably tomorrow have Darren make some more food as well, because they don't have a lot of leftovers left. Alright. And then Dirk, when you get back, you will go sleep in pajamas. Although I feel like maybe Dirk working until 1 a.m. seems a bit much for a teenager, but you know, whatever. Dirk, I think, technically also wasn't going to age up in time for college. I think that only the Pleasant twins were, but that's fine. Either way, they're all going to college this round. You also want to buy a car. You guys do not have money for a car right now, Dirk. I'm sorry. In the future, when you have a good paying job and stuff, you can buy yourself a car. Let's save real quick. All right, Dirk, take care of your needs. Have juice snack. Darren, take care of your needs. And paint a little bit more. He's also going to need some social once it's a more reasonable hour to be calling Sims. Because yeah, 6 in the morning. Yeah, no, we're not going to have Darren call people at 6 in the morning. We'll have him call Cassie and Brandy. I don't know if Cassie he'll be able to get a hold of. I don't remember what her work days are. But we'll have him do that. So I'm going to cue him up, though, to do that. And Dirk's off to school. And Darren, actually, after Darren finishes on the phone, I'll probably have him finish cleaning up, raking up all the leaves and stuff. All right. call Cassie first. Just talk. And then we'll talk to Brandy, and then we'll clean everything up, and then I'm just gonna go in here and sell it like that. And recycle these as well. Dirk needs some fun. Well, why don't you answer the phone, and then we will have you do something fun. He did bring someone home, I guess. But he has no wants to spend time with her, so... Darren's busy, sorry. Ooh, and there's weeds, and... Yeah, Darren... Sorry, sir, you've got lots of stuff to upkeep in this house. The joys of having trees and plants. Does Dirk have... He has work today, but it's Friday, so he doesn't have school tomorrow, so he'll be able to sleep in. After being up till 1 a.m. at work. He also needs to do his homework. All right. Darren, I need you to rake those up as well, and then dispose. Need to eat something. He's going to serve dinner mac and cheese. Oh, she stinks. Oh. Well, why don't you say goodbye to your friend and then go to the bathroom? And actually, Dirk, I'm going to have you help out a little bit. Just get this all cleaned up a little. They can't really afford to have a gardener. Part of me is like, I wish they had a gardener, and part of me is like, they can't afford that. Ooh, Darren doesn't just need to eat. He needs a few things. Okay, so we'll have you grab another bowl. And then take shower, do all that. And put the leftovers away. Dirk, sorry. We'll put those in the fridge for you. All right, Darren, you'll clean this last one up, and then we'll have you actually, to get your fun up quickly, play a video game, and then you will go to bed. Because you are very tired. And Dirk, when you get home, you'll also want to go to bed. So, I'm just going to speed through right now. All right. Dirk is home. Oh, I forgot yesterday. So if he made 100, so we'll have him deposit 200. because from yesterday and today's paychecks. And then he'll go to bed. He rolled the want to buy a car again. Unfortunately, Dirk again. It's not going to happen right now. Maybe in the future. And Darren, when you... Oh, he left a bowl up here. Clean that bowl up. And he wants to max out the... max out the enthusiasm in arts and crafts. He also wants to blog about arts and crafts, reach cooking level 2, cleaning level 3, take a picture, and then talk about his hobby. Dirk wants to earn some money, go to private school, go to college, and go to work. Well, you will go to work tonight. Right now, why don't you do that? And then also get some acne cream. Because he's having a bit of a breakout. Such as being a teenager. And then I'm going to have Dirk, since it's Saturday and he doesn't work till 9 o'clock, I'm going to have him and Lilith go on a date. Because I think that'll be fun. Or actually, you know what? I'm not going to go on a date. They're just going to go... Can they just go out and... Well, you know what? Sure, it'll be a date. Lilith Pleasant, go on a date to a community lot. Just the two of them. And then we'll wait for the taxi to get here. And they will go to... is there anything like... You know what? They will just go to the arcade. You know, kind of boring. I know we went there already this stream, but it's a fun place for them to hang out. And they can get pictures in the photo booth too, I guess, while they're there. I didn't really want them to go like out to eat or anything because I don't have like... Well, I mean, there is, I think, the diner, the downtown diner. I can't remember which one that is. I can never keep track of the downtown lots. But... We'll have them just come here and hang out together. All right, so right now she wants to slow dance, dine out, which they can't do here, and have pillow fight. He wants to tell a joke, dine out, and have pillow. So they both want to have a pillow fight. So let's start with that. Play pillow fight. And then he wants to tell her a joke. Hermia Cap is here. And she wants to slow dance. I mean, there's not really any music. But I guess they could slow dance. Well, here comes Tank. They also want to talk. All right. Be done pillow fighting. Let's have you do some other stuff. Wait, they weren't in love, but I thought that they... Because they're going steady. Okay. All right. Then they want to talk. She wants to get a skill point. So we will talk, chat, and then I'm just going to have them kiss. Oh, she didn't like it. Oh. Flirt. Hug. And he wants to hug her, flirt, and give a back rub. Okay. All right. Make out. They still want to dine out, but there is no way to dine out at this lot, you guys. You two don't seem to understand. You're at an arcade. I mean, there's the snack vending machine, I guess. That would be the closest thing to dining out. And then I am going to actually have you guys go and take a picture together because I think that would be really cute. Okay, you are going to ask her to join you. They are having a dream date. Excellent. We're going to take a cute picture together. We'll get in there. All right. And we're going to take a romantic picture together. Very cute. And then flirt some more, and then we will end the date. Aw. And you then will... Oh yeah, you have to call to leave the slot if you came here. For some reason, even though I know he came in a taxi, I wish that they could just walk home. But for some reason, you still have to go with the taxi. But it was a successful date, which I like. Because Dirk is going to be going off to college. Yeah, this is kind of his last day before going off to college, because tomorrow, early in the morning, he'll also be going off to college. And then, of course, we'll be playing Angela and Lilith, who will also be going off to college. Because all of our teens will be going off to, well, all of the teens in this neighborhood. Again, I don't remember what everyone else's ages when they go off to college. And technically, I guess the Fab Four wouldn't have been going together with how my aging was, but I'm forcing them all to go at the same time. Oh well. All right. So while he's out doing that, Darren, you actually are going to stop painting. You are going to finish cleaning up the backyard and getting it situated. And then we'll have you eat something. Yeah, mac and cheese. I'm actually going to have him get a second bowl of mac and cheese because his hunger is not great. I wonder if... Does he have any points so I can... He doesn't. Oh well. And then clean that up. Okay, Dirk's back. Since you are in such a good mood, you will finish up with these, since apparently Darren did not finish them. Just gonna have Darren fill up his needs and such a little before. Actually, what I'll have him do is turn this off and take a little nap, because he's tired and stuff, but then I'll have him get back to painting. Oh, and here comes Lilith with the bouquet for Dirk. How sweet. And he'll go and view that. Aw. Lilith can be so sweet. I actually really love Lilith. Malcolm, I don't know. Dirk, you don't really have... let's just... For right now, we'll just put an extra thing in there and you can put them there. He doesn't really have room for it. And I know he's going to be leaving for college soon, so like, but I wanted him to be able to have the little flowers next to his bed, because it's sweet. Dirk, you didn't finish, sir. You didn't quite finish, sorry. You can play afterwards. Yeah, I think that Darren really likes Lilith, and I think that he thinks that him and her and Dirk are really cute together, so. All right. Speaking of Darren, yes, Dirk is available to talk, although you guys literally were just on a date. Lilith knows that he's about to go off to college, so she's trying to get, spend as much time with him as possible, because he'll be going to Academy Latour, and like I said, we're gonna stay here for right now, Lilith, because we just had a date. Sorry. But she's gonna be going to La Fiesta Tech if she goes to college, which I'm pretty sure she'll go to college, because again, I try and do everything to make sure my Sims can. But I definitely think that, again, she's going to go to the college as far away from Pleasant View as possible. Have a snack before you go to work, Dirk. And then Darren's just up here painting. He did that on his own, but he's just going to paint. Dirk is in a really good mood. I'm happy. Right now, his lifetime launch is to become a city planner. We'll see if that stays. Because I don't know. Usually he wants to go into some kind of business stuff. All right, we're going to speed for right now. Oh, Darren can now get in the zone. And the person came and told him that he can get in the zone. All right, so Dirk, when he gets home, we will send him to bed, and then, well, he's actually not tired, so we'll kind of let him do whatever he wants for right now. I am going to, though, pack up his stuff so that he has it. You know what? Sure, I'll let him keep the bouquet for right now. He gets all the stuff from his room, and this room will be empty for right now. Maybe Darren will turn it into his painting room. I don't know. We'll see how things go. But I'm going to have actually Dirk real quick. He's going to apply for his scholarships, because he should get quite a few. Yeah, he got the SimCity Scholar Grant for 1,000. He got the Young Entrepreneur Award for 75 or 750. Ooh, Darren. Okay. I hope that's considered a masterpiece. I'm just going to have him sell it the regular way, and hopefully it counts as a masterpiece. And we're going to see. It did. Yay. Awesome. And all right. The moment has come. Dirk is going to go. He's going to head to college. Darren, you're going to go get leftovers because you are really hungry. Not time to paint. And then I'm going to try and get a screenshot as well of Dirk going off to college. And then Darren's going to be by himself in this house for a little while. I feel bad for him, but I think he's happy that his son's going off to college, so. And with that, our second Fab Four is off to college. And we are actually moving on. So, we are at the end of the stream though as well. So next week we will be playing the Pleasant household. We will at least be playing the Pleasants. We might get some of the Burbs in, but we will be playing the Pleasant family. And Lilith and Angela will also head off to college. So I will see you guys next time. Again, on my Uberhood, I stream Monday, 3 to 5. I will see you all next time, and thank you for joining me. Bye.